Hello, 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 and welcome to today's episode of Her Version. This podcast is dedicated to sharing stories of struggle to triumph, a platform that allows individuals to tell their truth in order to inspire and uplift others. For those of you that are new to this podcast and like content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow, like, and share. I am your host, Sabrina Victoria. Let's jump right in. Hello, and thank you for joining us today for this episode of Her Version. The Her Version platform is built on storytelling and the understanding that many times our greatest learning experiences come from listening to other people's stories. Today, I am speaking with an amazing woman named Dr. Shauli. Dr. Shauli is a global thought leader with a purposeful career in the educational space, spanning over 20 years. She has dedicated her life towards promotion of child-centric and activity-oriented education. She has seen firsthand the obstacles that need to be overcome in order to create learning experiences for children of all ages. Today, we will be talking about those challenges in order to educate others on the differences between different types of schools. Among many ceremonies, Dr. Shauli has been awarded for being among India's top 50 women leaders in the education industry and top 20 revolutionary education leaders by the Academic Council of ULektz. Welcome, Dr. Shauli. How are you?
Thank you so much, Sabrina, for this wonderful and warm introduction of yours. Yes, I'm doing well. In fact, I'm doing fantastic, I must say. I hope that you are doing well.
Yes. How did the students react? The ones that went from regular classroom to all of a sudden entering this STEM or STEAM atmosphere. What was the response?
This is the most wonderful part of it all,
Okay.
Sabrina. When I mentioned to you about the fact that I faced a lot of oppositions from parents, from teachers, educators, society at large,
Okay.
well, the only group of people who had taken it so very positively are the children. They are just wonderful.
Wow.
And we have to understand that it was basically for them. Education is for them.
Yeah.
They do have a right to voice out the way in which they would prefer to learn, rather than be guinea pigs in the system where they are made to go through the kind of system as we would like them to go through.
Yeah.
So they are individuals in their own rights, and they should have both choice as well as voice
Yeah.
to help them determine what, where, and how they would want to learn. So the children had taken up this kind of a system exceptionally well. I mean, and in fact, in days to come, they actually became, the torch bearers for this kind of a different kind of an education system. So,
Wow.
it was so difficult for us to convince the parents initially.
Yeah.
But when the children went back home and the parents started seeing a lot of difference, in
Wow.
their children, in their ways of thinking, in their ways of doing a lot of things,
Yeah.
very slowly, very gradually, and eventually they started understanding and they started seeing the value in this kind of an education.
Wow. Very cool. Very
But it
cool.
never happened overnight.
Yeah.
Neither did we expect that it would be happening overnight, because education is not something that can happen overnight. You plant a seed and then, it turns out into a full blossoming tree, and the tree starts giving you fruit and shelter the very next day.
Yeah.
Never happens in the sphere of education.
Yeah.
It takes a long, long time, because you're working with human beings. You're not working with objects.
Yeah.
Come on, education is a human process. You see, Sabrina, I always tell this, that the greatest mistake that we do as teachers is often by calling ourselves and turning ourselves as, I'm a teacher of English, I'm a teacher of history, I'm a teacher of geography, I'm a teacher of maths. No, that's not what we are. We are not teaching subjects. We are teaching the children who are essentially human beings. So, education is a human process, it deals with the human beings. So, unless and until we can bring the human element back into this education system, well, it cannot bear fruits as we expect it to be.
Wow. Where does this STEAM stem from? Like, where is it? Is it in the United States, or is
Yes.
this it's everywhere?
It is primarily from United States.
Really? I've never heard of it. Wow. So it's now kind of people are grasping it.
Yes. But Sabrina, I must say that there is a very long, long way to go. It's just
Yeah,
baby
because I've never even
steps.
heard of it.
It's just baby steps. It's
Yeah,
just baby steps. And as I told you, that anything, any change, any shift in the sphere of education takes a long, long time. It cannot happen overnight. But
definitely.
then, for any kind of shifts, I believe primarily the shift has to happen here first. A shift in the mindset, that is what is required
Yeah.
before you can actually go out into the world and you can actually make a lot of changes.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to be convinced, and there has to be a transformational and paradigm shift in your mindset. Then only you can go about and you can create a lot of changes and difference in the world.
Definitely.